Jamie Werner Lane. Okay, Jamie, so change this to 2019. Make sure and get a good photo of that in there, with maybe a white background or something. Set up sheets behind it, get a good photo in there, and change that to your proper exam number. Okay, first page. Make sure that all of these pages line up with what you've done or what is inside it. Double make sure, that's the last thing you do. Make sure all of these are exactly the same as what should be inside it. Okay, your design brief, you've taken, I see you changed you changed the colour. Maybe make them bold as well, because I can barely make out that it's a different colour, but that's fine. So you're taking a few, maybe take one or two more words out of it, Jamie, just to show that you're putting more detail in it. That's good though, that's not too bad at all. Your initial thoughts, is that your, this is your spider diagram. That's fine, but if you cut it all, like arrange them in a spider diagram, you know what I mean? So maybe with lines coming out of it, maybe turn these around and maybe put a box around it, and maybe put my initial thoughts in the middle, put boxes around them, and have arrows coming out into it. That might do you for that. Ideally you'd want arrows, so going to materials, and then more arrows going softwoods, hardwoods, manufactured boards, epoxy resin, softwood, then maybe all of these off that, then another strand saying hardwood, and then all of these off that. So you've got a good kind of you've got a good spider diagram there, just to arrange it kind of more like graphically, the more kind of friendly. That's all I'd say. That right, design considerations. Okay, so where is it going to go, who is it for, etc. I must design a corner, create a corner, attractive unit, be arranged. I will design the artifact. Okay, so why have you chosen the brief? Okay, so not sure that's doing it. So design considerations, why have you chosen the brief? Then who are you designing it for? What demographic? Then where is it going to be used, and then how will it be used? That's what you need for that. Alright. Your design constraints means what is limiting what's going on. So what are the limits of what you've been asked to do? So is it going to cost money? Is it the sizes are limited? The 450 is limited. The function is limited in that it has to do it has to be slimline. It has to be neat. It has to be distinctive. These are all limitations that you must put in. The time is a limitation, so the amount of time that you have. So my bedside storage unit is, let's see, my main constraint would be time command in order to meet my deadline. I also have to do planning at home. Okay, so I can use time class efficiently. Okay, my second biggest constraint is cost. Okay, sorry, you've done it. Okay, that's fine. Thirdly, the artwork user need to be attractive hardware. Okay, good man. Alright, that's fine. Sorry, I didn't read it first. Okay, this project planning is fine. Just make sure that's not copied and pasted off the one I gave you. It doesn't look to be, so that's fine. Time management, reflection, so that should say just a paragraph, how you cater for your strengths and weaknesses. When planning out one of the strengths is a good man, or double marks, often good man, fair play to you. Okay, aims, improve on computer aspect, so my computer skills maybe. An aim isn't to get high marks in projects, say, and both of them mean the same thing, get a good overall mark. You're not really saying about the marks, you want to produce a high quality artifact, that'll be one, and then maybe say you want to develop your jointing skills through with the project, that'll be another one. Objective, apply good finish to the project. Okay, so apply good finish to the project and improve that. Practice on computers and get better with computer skills. Okay, well that's the same as that though, isn't it? So objectives would be, objectives are measures you will take to achieve aim. So you're going to say have a good finish on the project, produce a good portfolio, and then dedicate or follow through on the time I've allocated to each part of the project. They're like specific things that at the end you can say I did or did not do, not kind of like you practice computers. You have to give yourself actual things that you could measure. Does the thing look good at the end, and so on. Alright, investigation research. So you did an interview, that's fine. Maybe say who you interviewed, might be an idea. Just say who you did the interview for. If you're doing, so maybe put a title on this. I assume this is where the project is going, so maybe put a title on that saying this is where my project would be sitting, or this is the area that it would go in. Primary research, so these are things going in it. I gave you arrows there, Jamie, put them in just to say that you've measured the sizes of things, even if they're not exact, put in some measurements in there, and maybe 4 items that might go in, 4 personal items that might go in there. If you're doing a cupboard that you've seen before, maybe put in measurements in that as well. Okay, next page, right, mood board. You need to go do more than that for the mood board. So maybe you've 2 football stadiums there, like that's really the same thing. So maybe something is holding, so an artifact that holds letters or whatever, or piece of paper that your project does. Maybe show a bale of paper somewhere sitting here, or you could put a few. The easiest thing ever is just copy and paste images, so you can make that page look brilliant by putting it in. I like 2 drawers above is okay. So you've written a bit about what's on the mood board. So you've commented on the images, right? So that's fine. Just you can put in a few more images. That's fine. Come on. Okay, product analysis. So you should have 2 here. So aesthetics, the locker below. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And this is your second one. That's fine. Okay, so you can't just use one heading. So you need to make a comment about both of them as regards aesthetics. Then maybe make another comment about cost. Then maybe make another comment about size. Then maybe make another comment about the function. So it's got 6 drawers and there's an area on top to hold something, whereas this does something else. Maybe the type of wood it's made out of. Maybe you could say something about how long this would take to make, whereas how long this would take to make. So make more than there's headings there in the page itself. It might be over on your page when you're typing it in. So make more than one heading when you're comparing both of them. Okay, some materials research. Okay, so you have oak. That's fine. That's ash. That's fine. Softwood trees. Right. So you've spruce. You got pine. Right. Okay. Catch up here on my one. Okay. Tree would actually be ideal, but that's okay. Man-made boards, so you have MDF, that's fine. Plywood, so you have 2 of each. If you wanted, you could put in 3 of each, but that's fine. Other materials, epoxy resin, right. I think I had 3 in there for you to fill in. So epoxy resin, you've only 2 man-made boards, and you've only 1 other materials. You've only 2 softwoods. I have 3 in there. So just pick another one, epoxy resin. You could have glass, you could have metal or whatever, but put in a few other materials and explain what it is, Jimmy. Right. Okay, that area is disappointing enough now. Right. Tools and machinery. No. So you're missing jointing methods. I'm not sure. Maybe add in a page and speak about 1 or 2 joints that you could possibly use to go in there. I'm not sure. I added it in the template. So put it in yourself, just the same as the softwoods and hardwoods, just jointing methods, and then maybe 1, 2 a dovetail joint, mortise tenon joint, housing joint, and to show a picture and explain what it is. Okay, chisel, fine, tenon, tri-square, okay. Hand tools, finishes, yeah, that's fine. It's very neat, good man, yeah, that's all good, yeah. Next one, tools and machinery, lathe, CNC, bandsaw, good man. Evaluation and research. Okay, so you want to say in here what's the main thing you found out. Find a measuring drawer. Okay, right. So these primary research are things you physically did yourself. So what did you find out from that? The ones where you had the measurements and the pictures and all that. What are the main things you found out there? The secondary is the stuff that you got off the internet. And about when you were looking about trees and you were looking about softwoods, hardwoods, other materials and all that. So maybe main points that you get out of that. Material research. Oh, sorry, that's material research. Okay, so you've done that. So you've spoke about jointing methods here, but you don't have anything in your. So add in a page and put in the 3 joints in it. Finishes for my project. I will. You've done this before. I will send it down. This is all done before you started the project. Okay. I will. So this is past or future tense. I will use orbital sender. I use a drill to. Okay, that's fine. And other processes, you need to fill in that. Okay, right. None of these are filled in, Jamie. Huge problem with 2 days to go. Massive problem. You need to get a sketch for each one of them. You need to get a full sketch in there. So whatever ones you're using, get the full sketch in there. It's too late to scan them in now, so just take a photo on your phone, a good photo. Make sure you're holding the phone dead over it. Crop it down to what you need, paste it in there, and fill in these with full sentences. 1 good, 2 good, 3 good, 1 bad, 2 bad, and then doesn't meet the brief, 3 full sentences using words from the brief, important words from the brief. Has to be done. These all have to be done. Time is running out now. This is the 11th hour down. It has to be done. The working drawings, Jamie, has to happen as well. You need to have a drawing. I don't care who you get to do it or how you get it done. You need to have a drawing of what it looks like from the front, what it looks like from above, and then what it looks like from the side. You need to have that in your project. That needs to happen, Jamie, very quickly, and measurements on it as well. All right. Cutting list. Make sure that everything that's on this list is, if I was to give it and put in thicknesses, 18mm is the going thickness for bits of pine that you use, so 18mm and all them. If I give you each of these pieces of wood, would you be able to redo the project? And Perspex is spelled Perpex. Alright. Okay. Has to, evaluation and conclusion have to be done. Jamie, you have a good project, man. You don't want to let it down with a bad portfolio. So just in summary, you have the time planning that's done, primary research, okay, you have to look at that. Do you have all these? You have something done in all these. Finishes. You don't have jointing methods. You have to put a page in that, or 2 pages. Look, there's 2 pages there. So add in 2 pages, or copy and duplicate one of the pages, and just change the headings on it. Finishes that done. Tools, machinery, evaluation of research. I'm not sure you've all the work done in evaluation research. This area is not done at all. This area is not done at all. There's specific marks going for them that need to get done. None of them are done either. Third party evaluation. Get someone to have a look at it as well. So that needs to happen. You have about 24 hours to do it. You've a long 24 hours ahead of you, Jamie. Some of the stuff is very, very good in it, but you need to get all sections filled in if you want to get the marks that you deserve out of the project.